Bobbi Althoff's life is like a soap opera with the ups and downs. Just last year, she was married to a promising CEO by the name of Bobbi Althoff, a programmer who works as a senior vice president in a company called CompTIA. A very smart guy, a millionaire in his own right. And then there is Bobbi Althoff, who blew up and became a podcaster, a big-time TikToker. But for some reason, with her relationship with her husband, things kind of went sour. I don't know exactly what happened in their short marriage, but at certain points, Bobbi Althoff started experiencing certain crash outs, being disrespectful to her husband.
My husband says he's upset with me because, in his words, "Sweetie, you need to stop spending so much money on DoorDash. Ordering it 3 times a day is not appropriate, and we need to start living within our means." Honey, it sounds like you have an income problem, not that I have a spending problem. Start earning more money and we won't have these issues. So I took his credit card that we share and I booked a vacation for my daughter Richard and I. We're staying in a hotel tonight and I hope he enjoys that I charged $8,000 to his credit card. Make more money, darling.
And then there was that podcast where she was in bed with Drake and her husband found that very offensive. And because of her disrespect for the husband, he was like, "Stop it." He was out and he filed for divorce. And Bobbi Althoff was back on the market again, but it wasn't for long. Bobbi Althoff started to change her whole identity when it came to marriage and relationships. Bobbi Althoff started to go for black men. And not just any kind of black man, athletes. And this is where the whole Sean Murphy Bunting situation took form. Now, if you guys don't know, Sean Murphy Bunting is a cornerback who won a Super Bowl with the 2020 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And allegedly, these two were dating. And there was a video of them out, and allegedly that's him that was kissing her. But he then said it wasn't, but it definitely looks like him. And then everything seemed to be okay until it wasn't.
I think for about a year after, and then I got lonely. I met a guy around Thanksgiving, and I think things moved really fast. I don't know. I thought it was fate. Clearly it wasn't. It was really sweet, really thoughtful, and he just was very thoughtful, and I think that it raised the bar for me, which sometimes sucks because then it's like I didn't want the bar to be raised at all, but nevertheless it didn't work out. He broke up with me, then he ended his breakup, then I broke up with him, and then when I tried to undo my breakup, there was no undoing it. He was done. So yeah, that's the tea about it. Dating is just hard, you guys. Like, I don't know, because I know people are going to be like, just focus on your kids and you don't need anybody. I get it. I know. I love my kids. I'm a really good mom and I don't have to prove that to you guys. And their dad's a great dad and he does a great job with them. He's an incredible dad. I have 0 complaints about us as co-parents. That said, I was 21 when we met. He was 30. I was really young. I was immature and our kids are so much better off with us apart. So I'm going to go back to dating again because I don't think because my first relationship didn't work out and I have kids, that means that I need to be single for the rest of my life. So hopefully I find someone. Like, I tear up every time I say that because I don't believe I'm going to.
Now, of course, so many people came after her because it seemed like her preference became black men. And so we started to hear stuff.
Once you go black, you become a single mother. So you're telling me that there's no white men out here that are deadbeats? So you're telling me only black men make women single mothers? Do you know how freaking ignorant you sound? And do you know that I'm with a black man? Once again, they're not black, they're brown. Who has literally gave me the best life ever.
This is what a lot of white guys say. Once you go black, you're a single mom. That could be debated depending on who you are, but I don't think that's true. This lady has just talked about that herself. Let's go back to the original premise, shall we? Now, Bobbi Althoff left her husband, Corey, who is pretty much a CEO. He's a corporate guy. He's still young. He's only 34 years old. He left her, and he probably did not want to do that, but it's safe to say that he's going to be okay. He'll be able to rebound. And this is what happens with most guys who are doing very well. The woman may be doing very well herself, but just because the lady is popular or because she has money, it doesn't mean that she's going to be doing great. Now, if we look at Bobbi Althoff and we look at, what she has and what she can do, I mean, she still has 2 kids and she is Caucasian, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she'll be able to get a mate. Remember, Bobbi Althoff was very disrespectful to her husband, and this is something that women don't understand. Once you get a reputation for being disrespectful to men and other men see it, it's true that men tend to not take you very seriously. And the only way they can take you very, very seriously is if your beauty is like so exceptional, where you can overcome that. And it's probably safe to say for most men that Bobbi Althoff may be somewhat attractive, but maybe not attractive enough to overcome her disrespect. And she also has 2 children there, so that needs to be kept in mind. So what kind of man could Bobbi Althoff get being divorced, a single mom with 2 kids, and most likely not the best body?
Guys, my boyfriend made me dinner. What did you make tonight?
I made some Mexican rice, found on Google.
Okay.
And just some regular broccoli.
All
Nice
right.
and easy, nice and simple.
What should I start with?
Go for the rice.
Okay.
Out of 10, what are we talking?
It's really good.
Out of 10.
A 9.
Okay, I'll take it.
Point.
That works too. I know, amazing. I know.
Do you want to try it?
I know.
I can't believe you made this. It's really good.
Probably the best chicken I ever had in my life. I'm being honest.
I agree.
Okay. Presentation, I said like cool, 8 out of 10. What are we going for the taste test? Overall, full plate.
This is a 10.
So this is Bobbi Althoff's new boyfriend. He's very similar to Sean Murphy Bunting. If you look at the skin complexion, younger dude, he's probably going to be an athletic guy. But guess what? Bobbi Althoff is not with the provider guy. I can tell you right now that if they're together, guess who's paying the bills? She is. And see, a lot of ladies don't understand that. When you are a lady and you have a provider male and you start being disrespectful, it doesn't really matter if you're white, black, or otherwise. Because yes, it's true that professional black men could definitely deal with Bobbi Althoff and become a provider for her. But Bobbi Althoff is huge. I mean, on social media, she is a single mom now, or divorced mom. She has 2 kids. And there's not a lot of high-end black men or men in general who are really interested in dealing with her on that level. And so the only kind of man that will deal with someone like Bobbi Althoff is a guy she has to pay for, a guy like this. And this is important for a lot of ladies to know. You can be successful and you can have money. You can even be young and you can even be attractive, kids or no kids. But the moment that men find out that you have a disrespectful attitude towards them, no rich guy is going to waste his time dealing with you. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. He doesn't have to. You see, this is why you never really see rich guys or successful men making content on YouTube or talking about these things, because it's so powerful they don't need to. Men who have money, men who have opportunities, don't even waste their time talking about this stuff, because it really is just so easy to replace somebody. And it's not to say that men with means don't have issues, or men with means don't have problems, or men with means don't have disappointments, because I'm pretty sure that they do. But the reality is that if they see disrespect, they can replace it very quickly with respect. And even if they're not the best person in the world, Bobbi Althoff for the rest of her life will be paying for the kind of man that she wants. She likes young, light-skinned, attractive black men who most likely don't have any financial opportunities. And so they'll date her and they'll definitely do this. But she's definitely paying. She went from being upset at a husband because she wanted to use his credit card to now basically using her own credit card to pay to get her cheeks clapped. And this is what women gotta stop doing. Stop trying to ask for a provider guy and disrespect a provider guy when clearly you're not ready for a provider guy, only for you to go head on and pay for the guy that you really want who don't even care about you. And this is why it is important for women or men in general. If you get people that are in your life and they really want to hold you down, you should really appreciate it, because Bobbi Althoff right now has found that out. Nobody needs to deal with you, okay? I don't care what you think you deserve in life. Nobody's obligated to put up with you or to put up with your problems or to put up with what you have to offer. It is very hard the higher you go up to find people who are high level people who will deal with your issues. And the person that usually will do that is the man that has kids by you and is married to you. But if a guy is not married to you, or if he's not invested in you, it's so easy for the guy to just let you go and move on to somebody else. And now this is what Bobbi Althoff has remembered. Like, hey, she's even doubting herself if she'll ever get a guy again, a guy that will stay there and love her for her, where there's not really a reason to do that. And it's to the point now that for somebody to deal with you, you have to pay them to do it. And it's not just Bobbi who's going to be doing this. It's going to be a lot of women who will be doing this. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Yoshi Dude Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.